What's good? So I know this is a bit different, but I'm gonna try something new, something a little different. Today, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to make a GUNNA LIL KEED kind of beat. Well, that's just in my eyes, what I think it would be. I did a poll on Instagram and a ton of people told me to go with this one first. So you guys voted and I gotta execute now. I figured I'd do this into a YouTube video since I haven't been putting up YouTube videos. That's gonna change though. So this is the beat I'm gonna be breaking down. Like if you fucking with that. So I'm gonna be breaking down not only my thought process behind this beat, but I'm also gonna be breaking down arrangement, melody tips, mixing, just all the general things that you would wanna know. Originally, I made this on this laptop. I cleaned it up and I'm giving it away to somebody that wants to learn how to make beats. Gave them a ton of gems, ton of VSTs, all of that stuff. But I figured, you know what, let me make one last beat because this laptop held me down for so long when I was homeless and all. I actually made the melody on the keyboard of that computer. I actually played it out and shit like this. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple things and I'm gonna do a screen grab right now. So I hope you guys enjoy.
All right, we're in FL Studio and I'm gonna be breaking down just the thought process and how I even started this beat. So let's get started. So the first sound that inspired this whole beat was this sound. This just loops over. The main sound is this main pad bell. So all I did was I played that same melody and I just added some notes. Now if you can tell, these notes, they're the ones that kind of lead into the next melody. Now when I have melodies like this, I just know that this is going to be looped through the whole beat. So when I put those two melodies together, this is what they sound like. Now those two sounds I got from this VST called Synth Master Player. A couple months ago I bought this for like $4 and I did a giveaway where I was giving this away for like free basically to what, like 30 people. This VST is kind of fake analog, but it has a couple cool sounds in here. Now I added this flute to give it just more movement. And then I just kind of kept this simple. With the drums, you know, I just have these hi-hats. And of course the clap. And then the perk. Now I have this crash too. And what I use is a VST called Nebula. So it's a very simple beat. Now to go into the arrangement of it, I have the intro and I was gonna have it doubled up like this, where I have the intro and then the synth bass coming in for a couple bars, but I felt like it was lasting too long.
What?
Pause. Whoa, pause. My general rule of thumb is I like to have just something happen, something main happen, like the chorus or the verse happen around the 15-second mark. People got very low attention spans, so I just wanted to keep it very short and simple and then just straight to the point. So with this, I have this synth bass right here. The synth bass is doing a transition at the end. So these notes are all the same. But if you notice at the end, I have this C an octave up and it's chopped right here at the tail end. This is just so it leads into the chorus or the verse and the 808 kind of just drops in. So it goes from high and then as soon as the 808 hits, it's like a low note. So if you could listen right here. Now what the melody is doing is it's looping over. As you can see, there's no changes, there's no transitions, nothing. Because the melody is it's not complex, it's very simple, so it can loop over. This one is very simple and it's just very like, it's not messing up the bounce of it. So that way when the flute comes in around the chorus and around the pre-chorus, it kind of gives it more movement. For this beat, I decided to have the chorus come in first, and then on the second half of the chorus, I decided to have the flute come in and then the kick. For that to transition smoothly, I just decided to cut a little bit of the percussion and, you know, just a little bit of hi-hats out and just have the 808 come in. So that way it just kind of drops in. Just like when I said the synth bass does that. So if you can tell right here, listen. So for that chorus, I just had, you know, just kept it simple, just dropped everything out. I had that flute come in. Then it goes from all that tension to just like resolution, just kind of like that rest period. And then, like I said, that transition note right here, it transitions beautifully. Now from here, this just loops over and over again. Pretty simple, because this is the verse, and then this is like, I guess you could say the build up, and then the chorus, and then the verse, and you know, like I said, it repeats. But my main thing is really just tension and release. So if you notice right here, there's nothing going on bass wise. There's only percussion and then melody right here, right? And then over here, this is where there's tension happening. This is when, like, you know, people can get hyped to this right here. So my general rule of thumb is this: every 4 bars, something has to happen. It can be a transition add, it can be a percussion added, it could be chords being switched up, it could be the 808 coming in and dropping out, effects, filters, it doesn't matter, but something has to happen. The reason being is because that creates movement. So my thinking is this: once I have everything and the main thing for the chorus happen, it's such a simple beat that I can take away things, but I gotta take them away at the right spots. So I have this little rest period because the main attraction happened here. So it goes from tension to release over here, and then back to tension. And then I have a tension period right here, but I have the kick dropped out and the melody kind of come in. So that way when the chorus comes in, it sounds familiar, but you didn't hear it yet. And then when the melody comes in with the kick, it's something you're not adjusted to. You haven't picked up on it. Your brain hasn't picked up on it yet. So once this happens over here, I have the synth bass to kind of just give that build up, and everything drops out. So that way your brain doesn't get adjusted to it. But only this one is longer. Pause. And if you notice, I have that transition right here. That's where this note and this note plays a part. It pulls in back into the melody, back into the chorus, and back into the drums. So once this happens, listen to it. It's like it drops, like a roller coaster, basically. And then those little chops. piece right here. Hope you understand what I was saying though. Now to go into the mixing, I didn't really do too much. All I did was just leveled. I EQ'd things out. That was really it. What I do, I just added reverb for the flute. Everything was kind of good already, you know. For the hi-hats, obviously just took out the lows. That's really important. Everything else you could take the lows out, but the kick and the 808. Now I know you guys are all wondering and you guys all want to know what's happening with the kick and the 808. Nothing. All I have is just volume. This is loud. The kick is loud. That's it. I don't have nothing special on here. Even over here, I don't have nothing special. The volume is actually turned up here too. The reason why is because I process my sounds way differently than everybody else. So that way I know whenever I drag any sound that I have, that I create, it'll fit. It doesn't matter if I drag it to somebody else's 808 with my kick or my 808 with their kick. I can make it fit because I already know my sounds and I processed my sounds a certain type of way. Now after all the mixing and everything, I just added isotope ozone elements and then I just boosted everything up. I just use this as a limiter. That's it really. I could use the multi-band compressor and it'll sound the same. But this is a whole different video. This isn't today. So if you guys like this beat and you guys like the sounds in this beat, it all comes from my drum kit. 85 to 95% of this comes from my drum kit, the jungle drum kit. There's a whole bunch of 808s, a whole bunch of claps, a whole bunch of, you know, crashes, effects, even hi-hat midis, and a whole bunch of hats, not only for texture, but just for even creating bounce, punchy kicks, loops, textures, rims, snares, and a whole bunch of other sounds too. So I definitely recommend you check that out. The link is gonna be in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what else you guys wanna see. And also let me know if you guys like this kind of video. I'm not quote unquote a vlogger and I'm not trying to really get into that lane of doing cinematic stuff, but I don't know, I have a camera and I'm not using it, so I might as well use it for something, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what else you guys want to see and if you like this kind of format of video. So for those that don't know, follow me on IG. I'm always posting producer tips and, you know, just little gems here and there, all of that stuff. I'm always down to show the process of anything and everything I do. The real thing that's going to make you better is you doing your thing. That's going to make you the best you. So I hope you guys like this video and I'll see you next time.